So the idea of these rappers like Lil Durk, again, who are millionaires, I just want to point that out, are millionaires, still involve themselves with the streets and don't let it go. I promise you, it is not worth trying to get retaliation for it. It is not worth like throwing your whole life away for it. Well. They done finally caught Chicago's top op. Some would call him the king of Chicago's YNs. I'm not gonna lie, low-key feel like he started a lot of this buffoonery movement that we see. Definitely don't think a lot of his music is promoting positivity, unless it's that All My Life song, which can definitely be burned and incinerated so we forget that ever came out. I respect the attempt, but execution, just terrible. Obviously, the thing I'm talking about is Lil Durk getting picked up for higher charges. I don't understand why these big time rappers with millions of dollars still keep themselves involved in these street beefs and don't just live their life. I understand they still probably feel like they have something to prove, like in the streets that they used to be in or whatever. But honestly, bro, I really feel like just living your life and like being able to be a part of conversations that your so-called ops are not going to be able to do is a flex in itself. So the idea of these rappers like Lil Durk, again, who are millionaires, I just want to point that out, are millionaires, still involve themselves with the streets and don't let it go. To digress on why Lil Durk caught these murder for hire charges, obviously a lot of this stems from the passing of one of his best friends, King Von. If you don't know who King Von is low-key probably a bigger goon than Lil Durk. Honestly, I remember King Von's music being like some of the first like drill music I heard, with that like crazy like dissing unalive people stuff. Besides like Young and Ace, I heard them do it too. But that was something I definitely found crazy when I first heard it. Anyway, as you all know, King Von and another rapper named Quando Rondo got into a fight in Atlanta, I think about 3 years ago now, and King Von was giving Quando Rondo a case of the beast. But what happens when people get into a fight at clubs? Somebody had a gun and they pulled it out and shot King Von, unfortunately leading to him losing his life. R.I.P. King Von. He was actually really talented. Still listen to a lot of his music to this day. Definitely going too soon. Anyway, this loss from Lil Durk pretty much encouraged fans to start saying, oh, Lil Durk needs to slide for Von. If you don't know what that means, it means he needs to get some sort of retaliation against Quando Rondo, obviously. Like I was kind of saying earlier, I really feel like it's dumb to like try and get retaliation, because honestly, no matter how many people Durk slides on for King Von or how many people Durk unalives, bro, that will not bring King Von back. And he will still have to deal with that pain and hurt from losing his best friend. This is why everybody I talk to and I mentor, I always encourage them, bro. If you get in like a situation where somebody does you wrong or you feel like somebody messed over you, bro, just let it go, bro. I promise you will benefit a lot more from letting something go and moving on with your life than doing your absolute most to try and get back. I actually have a great video on letting things go. It's about how I got my teeth knocked out. You should click on this link if you would be interested in that. I'm not the only person who thinks this too. And in fact, Wallow from Wallow and Gilly tried to tell Lil Durk this exact thing. But did he listen? Obviously not.
In 2030, my homies is dead. I'm here though. And I'm gonna say some that this is documented. You know, I got a TED talk. I forgave my brother's killer. And I'm saying it to say this. They killed my brother. My brother died in my grandma's arms in the house that we grew up in. They shot my brother. He ran to the house. He died in Nanny arms when she opened the door. So I'm telling you this, some real shit, man. If I ain't let that go, I won't be right here today. I won't be here for my niece and my nephews. Me and Gil won't be doing this. Y'all won't know me. I won't be able to get y'all this game. But I had to leave. I had to let that go. And when I let that go, now I started to grow. And now I'm here today, and it was harder than a motherfucker, man.
Sure.
Because I forgave my brother killer, but you know, I understand. But I love all you young in here. And I mean that shit. I love you, man. And I hope y'all make it out. I hope y'all make it the fuck out, man.
It's so crazy. Yeah, this motherfucker really dropping tears for this. Like,
in my opinion, I think that's pretty powerful. As somebody who definitely has been in the same position as Durk, literally details the same thing about one of his brothers getting unalived. It's telling Lil Durk to let it go and that it won't bring him any happiness or good. But obviously, like you could tell in that video, Lil Durk didn't take too much advice from him and proceeded to make the same mistakes. It's actually kind of sad to see a rapper like Lil Durk go to jail because I feel like it's like kind of like a lost opportunity, especially for his family members and his friends. Really had the opportunity to make generational wealth, which he kind of to a certain extent has already, but it's definitely a lot more money on the table that he could have accumulated over the years. Because I don't know if you think the same way I do, but I don't think Lil Durk's getting out. Sorry to tell you, bros, they're not getting out. And you know why? They call him M4K. Imagine I say this, then bro get out. But honestly, even if he like, you feel me, gets out or doesn't get like a life or something like that, he's definitely doing time. With what they said they caught him with, unless they got some of the evidence like illegally or something like that, I think some of you would be in a different version of your life when Lil Durk gets out. Anyway, the papers I was previously talking about that caught Durk in 4K talked about how they caught Quando Rondo and his friend in LA. I don't know if you guys remember that like very viral video. Quando Rondo like, no, when he lost his friend. But anyway, paperwork talks about how Lil Durk actually set that up and they were trying to get Quando Rondo, but obviously ended up missing him and getting his friend instead. Overall, sad situation. Again, more senseless violence in my opinion, because now what did that prove? Now Quando Rondo's just hurting. And again, Lil Durk is hurting on the opposite side of that too. So just two people hurting for nothing. Honestly, this beef has literally been terrible for Quando Rondo's career as well. I feel like they kind of like blackballed him from the industry. And I know he took off a lot of time too, but I think ever since like that event occurred, you haven't really heard much of Quando Rondo. And I used to be a big fan of Quando Rondo too. Like I loved his mixtape, especially that like blue one. I don't really know what it's called, but it did have that song on there. I want to tell the world about you.
what?
Really wanted to make this video detailing what happened with Lil Durk. Sadly now I'm probably gonna lose a musician, a prominent musician. He probably has some songs in the vault to be honest, but he'll lose his freedom, which is definitely not something I would wish on anybody. Again, I feel like it's senseless and I definitely feel like it definitely could have been avoided, probably with some better mentors and friends around him. Really want to encourage anybody watching this video, bro, if you get in a situation where somebody does something to you, you lose something, you feel wronged in a situation, just let it go and move on. I promise you, it is not worth trying to get retaliation for it. It is not worth like throwing your whole life away for. You have so much to live for. You have people who love you. You have people around you who depend on you, and you throwing away your life just to prove a point on how bad you are is not worth it. And I promise you down the line, because I'm pretty sure Lil Durk has kids, when they're 12 and 13, 14, and they can't spend time with their dad, he's definitely going to wish he would have made a different decision. Anyway, that's a brief overview about what's happening with Lil Durk and his situation. Please comment if you liked the video. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Do all the things. Thank you for tuning in to this one. See you next time.